to today's consistency challenge. Today makes it the 15th date of my consistency challenge. So I'm about to look out for my setup. Yeah, okay. This is what USD. Based on previous trade I've taken and the performance of last week, I had to go back to the chart to do backtesting to discover what's going on, how the market has been working so far, and how I can improve the strategy. Then I got to understand that there is a need to include inducements in the entry criteria. Just like Dark said that when you have a protected low without an inducement, there is tendency for price to take out the low as a liquidity before moving in the actual direction. Yeah, based on that, what we are actually looking out for is this. For a buy setup, we are looking for a break of structure, for a break of structure, one, another break of structure, making it two. Then we have a liquidity gap and another break of structure. The low that grab the liquidity is a protected low. So this is what we are actually looking out for before. Then when London session opens, we are expecting a kind of pullback into our demand zone. Then we expect a buy. But now, based on backtesting results, I'll be expecting a pullback, something like this. Expect the actual um, buy for our setup. So we expect price to take out this inducement, this low, then mitigate our demand zone or other block or WFVG, and boom, expect a buy. This is what I'm now looking out for. And just to make sure that we have an A setup that works most of the time. So based on this, based on the backtesting results I have, this is what I will most likely be looking out for, and I hope you take note of this. So for a set setup, it is the inverse of what I have here. So we have this one break of structure and another break of structure, liquidity grab, and our entry, boom, and so. So all this must have happened in Tokyo session before London session. Our engagement can actually be formed during London session. That's just the only adjustment, which means that there is likelihood for me to actually check the charts between, let's say, between 8 to 10 to see if an inducement has been formed towards our POI, then set the limit and enter the trade. So we are already on the odd USD chart to see what we have there. So let me draw out the structure I can see here. So we have this down here, and we have this up, and we have this pullback, and up here, and we have this liquidity grab. So this point, and here there's a kind of small pullback before breaking the structure, and we have this break of structure. So presently, price is these are price is giving us a kind of pullback. So what I'm expecting now Probably price will take out this high or not, whatever. Whether it takes this out or not, then I expect to pull back to this last candle, green candle, and zoom, boom. The only thing that will make me not to take this trade, because it's actually what I'm looking out for, that will make me not, is because of the FUG, because there is tendency for price to actually do something of this type, take out everything, free the FUG, then buy. So as a result of that, I won't be taking this particular trade. I won't be taking it. At this being, there is a complete mitigation between the two structure. For instance, from here to here, there is a mitigation here before breaking the structure here. Before breaking this structure. So at this being, this the structure here down there as fill the FUG, then I'm going to consider it. I'm going to consider, but it hasn't filled the FUG. As a result of that, I won't be taking this particular trade. So let's check other pairs to see. Okay, this is NSD USD. For NSD USD, let me draw out the structure I have here. So we have this, and there are this minor structure up. Mhm. Yeah. Any other thing? So this and what's currently happening. Looking at this, we don't have any setup on NSD USD, so no trade on this. Let's check GBP USD. Okay, for GBP USD, what can we see? Okay, let me pick it from here. We don't have our setup here as well, so no trade on this pair too. We don't have a setup here too. Let's check. Okay, I'm still going to do on Friday and to explain one or two things as well. Okay. USD. Okay, EU USD. Okay, this is EU USD. Now, looking at this, what do we have? Do we have a trading opportunity? Let's do out the structure we have on the chart. As you can see, so for today, I won't be taking any trade because I don't have a setup that I can trade. So let's have a little review of we actually took four trades, out of which one 8 TP while the rest 8 SL, leaving us with a break even for the week. So for Euro USD, it's actually out for it followed the um chart pattern we are actually looking out for. We have a break of structure, liquidity, another break of structure, then we have a liquidity gap. Then during London session, we were expecting our setup to play out. So during the London session, we have a mitigation of our POI. However, when news was released, it actually took us out, which led to the SL being hit. So this is what I was actually looking out for before. Then after having this SL for the week, I went back to the chart to do back testing, and I discovered that a setup that has an inducement before the POI play out more than the one without the POI. So okay, we took one trade on Euro USD and another trade. Let's check in NSD USD trade that hit SL. Okay, NSD USD, the trade was taken on Thursday. Yeah, yeah, it was taken on Thursday. Okay, Thursday, yes. So for that trade, we have what we are actually looking out for. There is a break of structure, liquidity gap, and break of structure, and we have mitigation. So after the mitigation, price actually gave us 1 point something RR, each SL afterward. Okay, 1.25 RR. Meanwhile, our target is 3 RR. But this actually has an inducement before it, and this is the inducement. This I before our POI, this I before our POI. However, based on my backtesting results, the setup that actually play out the most is the one that are formed like that complete its formation within the same day as we are taking the trade. Within the same day as we are taking the trade. So as a result of that, most of the trade, the setup I will be taking will be those ones that are formed within the same day, that complete the formation within the same day as the day I will be taking the trade. So this also eats our SL. So let's check GBP USD. We took two trades on GBP USD. One hit TP while the other one hit SL as well. So let's have a review of those trades. Okay, okay. I took three trade on GBP USD. Yeah, it is three trade. So one was on Wednesday, the other one was on Thursday, while the last one was on Friday. Yes. So looking at this setup was formed completely in the previous day. That was on Tuesday. It was formed on Tuesday, and we had an SL on that trade as well. We had an SL on that trade as well, just like what I discovered while doing my back testing. So the setup was formed on Tuesday, and we took the trade on Wednesday. So it cleared us out and went in our direction. So market used us to cash out on that day. And this was the previous pattern I was looking out for. So for the new pattern, I said I'll be looking out for, like the new market structure, I'll be looking out for that when the setup is formed within the same day and it has an inducement, there is higher tendency for it to play out compared to the one formed in the previous day. And it was formed during the previous day, that it is 50-50. And the one that does not have an inducement before it, it is also 50-50 chance. So this was the trade that was taken on Thursday. Yeah. So it follow what we are actually looking out for. So we have our first break of structure, second break of structure. We have liquidity gap. After the liquidity gap, we have a break of structure as well. Then we have these inducements, as you can see. Price did not mitigate our POI before breaking another structure. So it left an FUG below it. So as price came back into our POI, it went up. So there is another thing I actually discovered based on this setup. If there is an opposing high or low for the POI, so there is tendency for price to actually take it out. For example, this high, the opposing high there, as you can see, price actually went that high and took it out. So for based on the results, targeting 3R is fine, and targeting the full TP is also fine. So our first TP will be 3R. I will stay consistent with the 3R, and the final, whoever wants to take the final TP can actually go for it. So when we have this setup, it is a high probability setup that usually play out well and give us like huge RR. So that's one example of how it works. So let's check the other trade we took on Friday, which also hit our SL. So as you can see, okay. Another thing, I was saying that the setup formed on all the USD, had this been there is no FUG below it, I would have taken it. As you can see, there is no FUG below this setup. So a setup that has FUG below it, there is tendency for price to invalidate the setup, flip the FUG before going in the actual direction. That's based on my backtesting results. So for this setup, guys, this did not have an endorsement before the POI. So when price got there, it invalidates our setup and sell a little bit when they released news. So everything was completely validated. So this is another example of the setup without an endorsement that failed. So as a result of the backtesting results, the setup I will be taking will be those ones that have an endorsement before it, and it has an endorsement before it, and it is formed completely within the same day I will be taking the trade. And I'm still working on other pairs to to do the backtesting on other pairs to see if the same logic applies to other pairs, and that will increase our trading opportunity. So for now, I'm still working on backtesting, so I'm going to share more of the backtesting results with us as time goes on. So thanks for joining us today, and have a blessed and profitable day. Thank you.